Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're here at Lound Lakes Nature Reserve and we're here to do a 7-mile circular walk around the lakes and into the village of Lound and Ashby. So as you leave the car park you'll see a picnic area, so you want to turn round and head through the 2 gates. To our left here, you can see the slope up there. This is where we'll be coming back. This is where we'll be finishing in the walk. You'll get a lovely view from up there down onto Lound Lakes. So as you come through this second gate, you just want to head out straight forward and you'll come to a wooden boardwalk. So it's a 7-mile circular today, but the Lound Lakes bit is like a figure 8. And then we go on to do another circular, so you can make it as big or as small as you like. There are 2 official footpath routes here at Lound Lakes. They all add up together to 2.5 miles, I believe. And if you're lucky, at the first gate that you come through at the car park, there's sometimes a leaflet there, and that will have a map, so you'll be able to find your way. So we're now walking on that wooden boardwalk. And I'll turn left in a minute and give you a shot across the lake. Beautiful in the sunshine. It's supposed to be about a high of 23-24 Celsius today. I've got my legs out today, the shorts are on. Beautiful here. I'll turn around and give you a view the other side. This is the same view that we had from the car park. So you want to carry on straight up here and head to another gate, and then we want to be going right across a field to another gate. Here we have that gate, so you want to be taking your right here and heading across the field to the gate you can see in the far distance there. And don't forget, the car park is free here, but they do like you to make a donation at Lound Lakes Nature Reserve here. And you can also find the postcode for the car park in the video description and a full description of the walk. So here we have that other gate, and the only way to go here is left. And there's 2 gates here, and that we're going to be crossing over to start with, over Blue Doors Loke, which runs left to right. We will be coming back up Blue Doors Loke, and then we're going to be heading out left that way towards Bloodman's corner. So here we have them 2 gates we must pass through. And as I also said earlier, to the right here, and what we're on now is Blue Doors Loke, and we'll be coming up here and we'll be heading that way to Bloodman's corner. But first we want to be heading straight on and heading back down to the lakes here, and then we'll take a footpath that will lead us to a small old chapel which is now used as a security hub for Lound Lakes. So as you get down back to the water's edge here, as you can see, I can see a swan there. Let's give you a quick view. So we're now following the path all the way along the water's edge on the right hand path here. So as you can see in front, this is the path we need, which is in the far right hand corner. So now we're on this pathway. All we have to do is follow this one all the way to Hall Road, and you'll walk down the side of that Methodist Chapel. This is the Old Methodist Chapel. I didn't have no dates on this one, but I'd love to get some information on this one. So if anyone knows, has any information on this, dates, grade listings, what it was used for, please put it in the comments. So here we have a map of Lound Lakes. So walking down the side of the old chapel onto Hall Road, and we want to be taking the right. So now walking on Hall Road, we'll be taking a left up a slope in a minute, but I'll video that bit for you so you don't miss out where you need to turn. So Lound treatment works are actually that way, over in that direction. Here we go. Now that is a lovely view. Nice reflection there with the trees and the clouds today. Certainly a beautiful day for a walk. Okay, let's carry on. Now as we turn this corner to the left, on the right, I'll be able to grab you another view of the other side of the lake. So here we have that lovely view on the right that I promised, of the other side of the lake. So now, I don't know if you can make it out, but there is a footpath on the left. There's a green fence, and that is where we want to be going up. So here we are. There's that left turn up that slope. Welcome to Lound Lakes Nature Reserve. Should get a nice view here. Back down on the lakes. Beautiful. Now if you want to make this one a little bit shorter, you could just follow the road all the way, because that will take you to Blue Doors Loke, which is the turn, and we need to turn right to go back. So this will just take you up the top here, and we'll walk along the top and then we'll walk back down, so we're not walking on the road then. Hikeaholics doesn't like walking on the road. Hikeaholics prefer nice soft footpaths. So at the gate here at the top, you want to be going straight up, and then when you come across another gate on the right, if you can see the trees on the right there, them too, we'll be walking along the top there, the hedgerow there. So up ahead here on the right, we have the gate, we need to be turning right, and we're heading straight down in that direction. So we're walking along the hedgerow on the left at the top of the field here, but be mindful, sometimes in the summertime they do graze cattle on this field, so if you don't like cattle, I suggest you do take the road route down Hall Road. So I've now come to the end, so you want to be veering round to the right and just following the hedgerow down the slope back to the road again. So here we have our gate here at the bottom left corner. So once you're on Hall Road, take that left, follow it up, not too far. So as you come up to these 30-mile-an-hour signs on Hall Road, you can see the sunlight patch in front and the red car there. This is where Blue Doors Loke is situated, so we'll be taking the right here. So here's that right turn. Just stopped here on the left to give you a look down Blue Doors Loke. It's so peaceful here. It's beautiful. So we're now coming towards the end of Blue Doors Loke. So left there is the way we came before, and we went straight over through the double gates and veered right towards the lake that way, towards Hall Road. But this time we're straight over, head out across the fields here towards Bloodman's corner and back lane Okay, so as you head up to the house in front, you want to be taking on a left. This can be a tricky bit to do, but this is the footpath you need. The track does go to the right there, down to Back Lane, but as far as I know, that one is private from there. So I always take this one, because I know 100% this is a public right of way. And at the bottom here, if you can see it, you have Back Lane. So we want to be taking the left here through the small hamlet, Bloodman's Corner. So this is where we need to turn right onto Cuckoo Green. So the telephone box here, the red telephone box, we want to be going right, but up there is where we'll be coming back and walking back to the car. So take you right down Cookie Green. So as you walk down Cookie Green, you will actually walk straight through the middle of Cookie Green Farm. So from where we turned off onto Cookie Green, this is our out and back section. This is the middle of the figure 8. Follow the track round to the right. So as you walk up to the bungalow here, you'll see the footpath sign. So left we go. Now as you walk down here, stay to the left hand side. If not, you'll end up in someone's front garden. So there's now a little path here, is where we need to be going through. And we want to be taking an immediate right as we come out. And now we're heading towards the village of Lound. So we've come to the end of the first field. You just want to follow the path straight out towards the houses in front. And those houses are on Blacksmith's Loke, which is the footpath or lane we'll be taking. St John the Baptist Church of Lound there in the distance. And this is grade 2 listed and was built in the 12th century. So as you come off the field here and onto Blacksmith's Loke, in between the houses here, this point actually coming up here is where we'll be coming back from after we've done our next circular. I'll just show you. So we're heading out down here. That's the street. That's the main road through Lound. And the footpath is up that way where we'll be coming back from, because we're going to go see the village green. So down to the end of Blacksmith's Loke and right on the street. And obviously heading towards the village pond, the village maid. There also is a cafe or bistro where you can get your afternoon teas if you wish. Blacksmith's Loke now coming off. That's where you can get your afternoon teas there. So we head right, and the village maid will now be coming into view. I believe this opens from 12 at lunchtime. So there we have the village maid and Lound. You have a nice beer garden round the back as well, if you wish to stop for a drink or a meal. And just on the right here is the village sign and the pond. Okay, I'll just show you the map here of the village. Ham Village sign. Ducks are out in force today. I don't blame you, I fancy tipping in there. Okay, well, we want to cross over the street and down the side of the village maid here. Keep to your right here. That's the footpath you've got to be taking. And this footpath is called Snake's Lane. Some beautiful bluebells here on Snake's Lane. Walking down Snake's Lane is so peaceful. You can hear the birds singing. I'll be quiet, let you listen. Now here on the left here, there's your first glimpse of St Mary's. So follow the track to the T-junction here, and usually you will find a big pile of manure. So it's not very often there isn't one here. So the left here, and over there, if you can just make it out, the signpost there, that'll be where we join up with Angles Way. So to the right there, if you were to follow that Angles Way trail that way, you'd end up heading towards Fritton. You'd hit Blocker Road first, and then head into Fritton, and then Belton, Borough Castle, and then you'd finish in Great Yarmouth. This way, obviously, we are following Angles Way, but as soon as we come to the end of this track, we'll be taking a left, where Angles Way goes to the right, and that will take you into Somerleyton, and then on to Alton Broad, Beccles, Bungay, and so on. Oh, coming up here now, we have the entrance to St Mary's Church of Ashby, and a beautiful, very unique church it is. I'll just stop here, give you a look up the tower. As you can see, it's round at the bottom, but then we have a change. So this is grade 1 listed, was built in the late 12th century. I'll just give you a side view because I love these old churches with the thatched roofs. Beautiful sundial up there as well. Okay, so that was St Mary's Church of Ashby. So as you come out of the gates here, as you know, you don't want to be taking your left, following Angles Way. Okay, so we're coming to the end of this footpath now, and as you can see, T-junction in front, and the tree line ahead over there. I believe you'll find Somerleyton Hall, and obviously if you were to go right here, this is where Angles Way is. I'll just show you the sign over here. That's where you'll find Somerleyton Village. So we're taking the left, walking down towards Kelly's farm, A beautiful horse here, side of the path. So we're now approaching Kelly's farm here, and I'll keep rolling the camera till we get past so you know exactly where you're going. So rear and left. So we're past Kelly's farm now. So once you walk round Kelly's farm, you just want to head out on the track and keep to the right, and this will bring you up to Lound Heath. It's a very nice area. Okay, just here is where we want to turn right. As you can see, there's a stake in the ground here. You can go straight forward, or you used to be able to go straight forward this. If you look on a map, there's a footpath that goes through there, but there is no longer a footpath. So please take your right here. You'll end up at the same place. So you want to head down to the trees here, and then you take your left and follow the path along the tree line. So still walking and following the tree line on the right hand side, but here we have to turn out and turn back in again because there's a body of water. Oh, here we go. There's a better shot of the water. So as we go into the trees here, you want to be taking the first left, and you want to walk a short distance until you come across some steps that are going down on your right, and you follow that down into the heath. So we're now entering Lound Heath, and as I've said, you want to be taking the left path. So you'll soon come across a path on your right going down with the steps, but if you have a buggy of some sort, you can continue straight down, which will take you to Earth Lane, which if we go this way as well down the steps, this will also bring us out on Earth Lane. So if you carried on straight, you'd want to go to the end and take you right on Earth Lane, and this way we'll come straight out onto Earth Lane. Nice and simple this bit, just walk straight through. I think there's 3 lots of steps. So as you step out from the trees, you come out into an opening, and if you look to the left, you have a picnic table. So if you wish to stop, if you bought lunch or a drink, just to have a rest, that's a good place. So up ahead here on the right, we have the Lound Heath board with information. So we just carry on the path that brings us out on Earth Lane. So we're leaving Lound Heath now, and in front of us is Earth Lane, and if you'd have walked along the top, this is where you'd come out from. It's also Earth Lane, but you join up to the same place. So we're now heading down to a crossroads. Left is the street in the village of Lound, and right will be Flixton Road. So we're now approaching the crossroads. As I said, the street is left, Flixton Road is to the right, and as you can see, Church Lane is straight over where you get to the church and the community centre. We're taking the left on the street, and we're going to head for the village green. So back this way, if you carried on straight down past the village green, you'd come to Blacksmith's Loke, the one that we came into the village on earlier. So you don't have to take this green route, you can just walk down to there if you find that simpler. I do like a walk through the village green. And once you walk through the village green, we'll walk straight over to another footpath and turn left, which will then take us down to the other end of Blacksmith's Loke, where we'll take a right. Okay, so this is the railings here, as you can see. The village green. So you want to take the footpath straight up. And there's St John's the Baptist Church. It's lovely and peaceful walking through the village green here. So here we have our T-junction at the footpath at the end of the green here. And as I said, taking the left down to Blacksmith's Loke. And then when we arrive there, we'll be taking a right across the fields. Again, that'll be back on the out and back section that we came into Lound Village on. So nice and easy to go back, you know your way. So as you can see, the car in front, that's parked on Blacksmith's Loke. So we just want to take the right here. Hopefully you can remember this part. So still walking out on that path, so head straight out on that path again, same one you come in on. So just so you can definitely get your bearings. As you're walking out this way, you'll pass St John's the Baptist Church on your right. So once again, we're changing into another field, so you cross over the track and carry on straight towards Cuckoo's Green turning. Okay, so when you get level with the cottages, just after them, that's where you want to be turning. Here it comes on the left. And you want to walk straight down and then take your right to walk through the farm. So heading that way. So we're now back in the small hamlet of Bloodman's Corner, as you can see. The red phone box. So we're leaving Cuckoo Green and we're taking a right on Back Lane. So if you only want to do the small figure 8 of Lound Lakes, you wouldn't turn down Cuckoo Green to start with, you'd carry on this way. So from now on, this is where you do the smaller walk also, which I believe be around 2 miles. So as you walk up Back Lane, you'll see a big pylon on your left, and that's the path we need to be taking. You will see a footpath sign here on the left also. There we have it. Now, and this path is taking us back to Lound Lakes, but first, the area in front that you can see is Home Close Shrubbery. So at Home Close Shrubbery here, you want to be going through the gate. And as you can see, there's a beautiful little wooden area here. Okay, we have a gate on the left here, and if you took that one would take you back to the wooden boardwalk. You'd have to take a right and cross that and get back to the car park. But we're going straight on, or veering to the right. We have a little bit of water to the left and the right here. Give you a quick look on the right. So we keep walking, not far now, you come across another gate and we want to be taking a left, and it's a left up a slope. So turn off left through the gate, and as you walk up this slope, the Lound Lakes Nature Reserve car park will come into view. And here we are at the top of that hill, and what a fantastic view this is. This is the best view, I think, of the lakes. And there's also a bonus here, because you have a bench to sit and you can watch over the lake. And if you liked the walk today, please like and subscribe, much appreciated, helps the channel out a lot. Here we are back at the car park then, so I'll give you one last look at the sign that's here. This one's a dirtier one, so you might not be able to see it as clear as the other one, but your two circular walks are there, the official Lound Lake ones. So I'll say goodbye and I'll catch you in the next one.